My favorite part about Maryhill is being in the hospitality business.
We are a family-owned business. Craig and Vicki take lots of pride and joy in the connection that we have as a team.
I am a Washingtonian. I'm a wine lover. Fell in love with wine in the early 80s. I sold my business. Craig quit his job. We liquidated all of our assets and we started Maryhill from scratch in 1999.
I love our connection to the community, whether it's our members in tasting or introducing general public to our wines and the vast variety of our wines.
We have 63 wines that we make, which is very unusual for a Washington winery. And we work with 35 different types of grapes. So they'll learn an awful lot about the grapes, a lot about the winemaking, a lot about the regions where those grapes are originally from, and a great deal about the wine business in Washington in general. We opened in 2001, so we're going on 20 years now of being in business, and the difference between then and now is the customer is so much more educated. First-time visitor can expect when they walk in the door a warm welcome, a great tasting experience, a lot of education. We try to put an education component in all of the tastings.
My favorite thing about Maryhill is that we are family-owned and our owners take such pride in the community that they have created, and the atmosphere, the vibe, and their real attention to detail stands out above everything else. I think the blend of business and residential in Kendall Yards is absolutely key to the success of all of us. It brings the community together, and people want to stay because we're all family-owned companies.
And we don't have to say our address of where we are in our ads. All we have to do is say we're in Kendall Yards, and it's a very identifiable neighborhood. We have an ability to be a part of these community events because we are in it as a business. A lot of winemakers in the industry right now, it's a secondary job and it's not their focus. So we have the ability to really be involved with some community events and fundraisers and things like that that other wineries aren't able to step up to.
Our portfolio, I think, stands out above the rest. We have so many different wines, a lot of them being vineyard-specific wines. You won't find much throughout Washington State.
We work with 35 different grape varieties. Everything from dry whites to sweet wines, dry reds, dessert wines. There are 63 different unique wine bottlings. We do 8 different Cabernet Sauvignons. So we buy grapes from all these different iconic vineyards and areas of the state and showcase what Washington has to offer and how these different areas affect the grape's flavor profile and uniqueness to this terroir that Washington has to offer. No one in the world heard of Washington wine. We're just a drop in the bucket, but we're the second largest producer in the country. We have a very hands-off approach to winemaking, so it's what comes out of the ground is what ends up in the bottle, and it's not done in the kitchen or the cellar. It's all done through the growing conditions of that season. So that's the variable from vintage to vintage that we see. It's not necessarily through manipulation in the cellar at all.